Hey guys, and welcome to game number 19 out of 100 of my Human vs. AI series, where I'll be taking on the AI-powered Scrabble BestBot in a 100-game match. We're coming off of a pretty rough loss in game number 18, probably the worst loss of a series that's been filled with some pretty tough losses, so we're currently 6-12, but we had a pretty good run going before then, so let's see if we can get back on track and get a win today here in game 19. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, looks like we're going to be first, and we've got both the Q and the X on our rack to start things off. So, interesting decision here. I mean, I could just play QI, which is probably the most obvious choice. Scores 22 and, of course, disposes of the Q, but I do have Xenial for 42, which is probably worth it. It's 20 more points. I also do set up a spot to hopefully, at the minimum, dispose of my Q next turn. If I draw another I could also play QI and XI for 30. There's still 4 U's left. I have enough chances to hopefully be able to dispose of the Q next turn that I think I'm better off doing this. 20 points is a lot to give up on the opening rack. So this is probably better. And also the leave after QI isn't that great. So it would be ALENX. Like, it's not that good. It's not a terrible leave by any means, but it's nothing amazing. So I think I'm going to go ahead and play Xenial. Alright, that's a really, really good draw, actually, since I pulled not only an I, but also a U. So I have a... I don't think I have any bingos here. But I should, at the minimum, be able to play, like, quit or quits, and hopefully score a healthy number of points, and also dispose of my Q and keep a good leave. I almost have Quietist or something like that through the E. Alright, so it plays Fae. I have to imagine just QIS here is best. Of course, it's better to play the S because it's 11 more points and I have another, so definitely not worth holding onto the second S, especially for 11 points. Yeah, I mean, I keep the U, which isn't great. I'd rather play off the U along with the Q, but this is still not a terrible leave. And it's important when you have the Q-U combo. Sometimes you're actually better off not necessarily playing the U. Like, often you're still better off playing QI or COT, depending on what your scoring options are. So it's important not to get too hung up on exclusively playing QU words when you do have the Q and the U on your rack together. And yeah, I think QIS here, I mean, I'm just not seeing any bingos or anything else that's remotely close. So let's go ahead and do that. And I have drawn Cultist, which does not play as it currently stands, I believe. Also could get Quittles, C-U-I-T-T-L-E-S, if an E is floated. But hoping that Cultist will be playable after the bot's next turn, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Don't think I have any 8s through I, A, or L. But this is going well so far. I'm up 62. I have a 7 on my rack, so can't really complain too much. Yeah, if the bot plays anything that takes an S hook through these tiles, or overlapping, I should be able to bingo. So I'm optimistic that it's going to play next turn, but like I said, we're just going to have to wait and see what it does. And it will play, because it plays Throw. And, ooh, okay, so I can play it with Throws. That's the most obvious spot. But I don't love that, because it stops one short of a double word. And there's still 2 S's and 2 blanks left. And if the bot hooks that in double doubles, that's an easy 100-point bingo. So I think what I should do is play it here. It's actually the same score. It's not even fewer points, and it doesn't give back that massive spot. Of course, I do leave this E kind of dangling right next to a triple flutter, which isn't ideal, but with the X gone, it's not all that scary. So, yeah, I think that's got to be better. I don't have any 9s through that AR or anything, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So, alright, let's go ahead and play this. And we draw a blank. So, very much liking the way this game is going so far, but as we've seen with this bot, it is not over till it's over. And do I have bingos here? Biparis cupboard, but not quite. Doesn't fit from this C. Subpolar, pretty sure that's good. None of these 8s play. Do I have any 7s? Up something? Up board, that's not good. Out, no. I don't think I have any 7s. Nothing's jumping out at me. Yeah, it's tough with the B and the P. Those are 2 consonants that definitely are notorious for not going well together. That's the annoying thing about bees. They really kind of go badly with a lot of tiles. The bot isn't going to help me there by playing Yenta. It doesn't open anything for 8s. So as long as I'm... And I mean, here's the thing, too. Like, even if I had a 7, where would it actually play? Like, it would have to have an S, because right now, Froze and Yentas are really the only places to actually play bingos. So it's not even really worth looking for 7s other than with a blank S, and there's no 7s with a blank S, I'm quite confident. So it's not really worth spending time going through the rest of the alphabet, like I said. And this is an important kind of thing to keep in mind, too, for clock management in a game, right? Like, if on your opponent's turn, it's worth going through just to try to find 8s and 7s that they might give you, but like once it's your turn here, I know if I find a 7 with a blank L, where is it going to go on this board? There's nothing that goes after Fro or R, well, I mean Artie, but I'm not going to start with a Y. There's nothing that goes after any word on this board other than an S, and there's nothing that goes before LO. Like, this board is dead for 7s other than with an S. So it's just not worth spending any time looking for 7s other than ones with a blank S, which, like I said, there are none. So, alright. Let's think about what we want to do. A very, very aggressive option would be Labor for 20, keeping P blank while blowing the board open. Now, the nice thing about this is it's aggressive and I have a blank. The not so nice thing is I have a lead, so I'd prefer probably to keep it a little bit tight and force the bot to open it up. And the bot also just played off 2 tiles, which makes me think it might have a pretty decent rack, and the last thing I wanted to do is triple through this R and all of a sudden jump into the lead. So it's a very tempting play, and it's probably my best equity play, but probably just not prudent. I wonder if BestBot would play it. I've seen BestBot make some really aggressive plays even when it has a lead. I wonder if the bot would actually do it, because I just don't have a lot of other good options. I mean, what am I going to do, play Cub for 7? I definitely do not want to do this, because that takes an E, and there are 10 E's unseen. So, no chance I'm playing that. Like, in a tournament, if it was early on, I would definitely consider Labor also for spread reasons, because, like, if I can hit a triple or a big bingo there, then I could turn this into a massive blowout. So, but with spread not mattering, I don't know, it just doesn't seem smart. Like, I guess on the other hand, I could make the argument that if the bot has an S and it bingos, like, I'm not really up all that much, but I do have a blank. Like, my position seems really good, and do I really want to blow the board open like that? I don't know. I'm just not at all enamored of any... I don't want to play Cub. That also takes an E. That just gives back... Like, it's not even that easy for me to do something that doesn't give anything back. It's really not. Like, even this takes an E. Like, there's just nothing. Wow. Like, I kind of think I'm going to do this. I know it looks crazy, but I'm just failing to find anything that's safe, that's even remotely close to as good. I'm going to do it. And hopefully I don't regret it. But, I mean, like I said, I'm up 100. I'm not up like 200. The bot could easily still bingo with Froze for 80 and come back. Like, I don't think it's crazy. I have a blank. I don't think I have any triples with a Z. But I should hopefully be able to at least score pretty well with it, depending on what the bot does on its next turn. So yeah, what do I want to do? I might just play Cuz or something and keep deep blank. That looks pretty strong. Coped keeping the Z is another option as well. I don't know what I have really through this R. Nothing great. Wow. So just Kips for 16. That definitely is going to raise some alarm bells. Like, after a one-tile fish, now I kind of feel like I need to stop being greedy and probably just block this R once and for all. Because, like, I'm still up 100 points. Like, I could play Cuz and try triple myself, but the bot just played off one tile. It's probably pretty likely to have something, or at least have something reasonably in its sights that it's going for. Like, I think I need to respect the one-tile fish. I do have creeped, actually. which is valid, I'm almost positive, like this. So that's actually not bad. 33 points keeps Z blank. And Z blank is not a bad leave because also after Kifs, I'm thinking the bot is fairly likely to bingo, and if it bingos, it'll hopefully be exposing some bonus squares that I can maybe use my Z to nail it back with a big score. So the Z, especially with the flexibility that a blank affords, is a very good tile to have when responding to bingos, especially when you think your opponent is probably more likely than not to bingo, which I have to believe the bot is after dropping a single tile. So yeah, I think I like that. It doesn't make sense, like I said, to use the blank for crazed. I mean, it's only 18 more points, and the Z, I don't mind keeping the Z here, because like I said, it's a very good tile to respond to a probable bingo for the bot. So, alright, I think I'm going to do that. I don't see any way without using the blank for me to triple the Z. Prez doesn't get there. So, alright, yeah, let's do it. Okay, not a bad draw. Hertz T blank, and well, Hertz right now plays for a pretty large score. That's 58. Wow, that's a lot of points. Keeping T blank, and all right, the bot does bingo with EO binds, and now Hertz plays for even more, right? Yeah, that's 63. I mean, I don't know what else there really is to consider. So I guess the bot, okay, would have had Bornites through that R, which was not a triple-triple, but still would have been close. I mean, is there really any reason not to take the higher scoring placement of Hertz? Again, I'm not too worried about the spot next to Fro because there's no X's unseen. I don't really see a compelling reason. Both of them give back some floaters. This is 5 more points. Like, I just don't see a good positional reason to not take the points. So I'm going to do it. Alright, and I am definitely bingoing here. I mean, I have to imagine, unless the bot somehow manages to, like, block the entire right side of the board. But I've got bingos galore. There's a lot of 7s. There's Moisten, Montes, Mestino, and Sentimo. Or Sentimo. I think it's Sentimo, actually. Alright, Ren comes down, and... Alright, so what do I have here? I mean, obviously I can play, like, Montes and Rens. That's pretty bad. I mean, I can probably score more than that, and this gives back a lot. So, alright, I can also play through this E. I can play, like, Monetize or Zone Time. Actually, Zone Time with a blank Z. Kind of ironic given I just got rid of the real Z. Not a bad option. I mean, 70 points. Doesn't give back a ton. I'd rather not give back this in the double-double line if I can help it. Maybe I have a 9 through the ER or the NT. Like, does Ointments work? Not, almost works. Yeah, it doesn't quite work. Mentation. Something here? Eloyment. That's a word, I'm pretty sure, but it doesn't work. Huh. Maybe not. Alright, let's go through the alphabet. So an A would give me, yeah, Mentation, that doesn't work. I don't think there's a 9. So Amniote doesn't play. Nominate, Anti-Gnome. Nope, so A doesn't work. A B? I don't think so. A C is, there's 7s. There's Tonemic and I think there is no 9? Yeah, I'm pretty sure not. D? Is there I don't think there's a 9 either. Moistener doesn't fit, almost with an S. E, F, huh, no. G, H. G has Emoting and Mitogen, which aren't going to play. I, J, K, L. Nothing with an L, right? I don't think so. M, N is Mention. Yeah, Mentioner. It doesn't fit either. O, Noontime, Emotion. Nope. P is Pimento. Pointman. That's an option. That's probably better, actually, to not give back double doubles. So Pointman, yeah, it's also a few more points. It's 72. That's the best thing I've seen so far. Q, R, nothing with an R, I don't think. S, yeah, Moistener, Moisten, doesn't fit. Vengeance is terrible. Monetized Semitone are fine, but Pointman is better. T, U, V, W. Oh, Xenotime with an X. That's actually sick. Huh. I mean, again, it's just not a good play. Like, there's no reason to put that N in a double line with that kind of lead. So, alright, I think after all that, Point Man is what I'm going to settle on. 72 points, doesn't really give all that much back. Should be in good shape. Let's do it. Okay, not a bad draw here. Adding plus an A. See what the bot does, but I'm liking my chances. I'm up 160 something. 166 points. Not a ton of space to work with for the bot. Alright, it just plays GO, which I'm honest, or JO. I'm pretty happy with that because it blocks a ton of lines. And yeah, I mean, like right now, what's it really gonna do as far as bingos go? Like, where's it even bingoing? I mean, I could even just do this and kind of chill and keep a good lead because, like I said, I don't even know where it's gonna bingo. I guess I could also play adding. I mean, I give back that G. There's no ends left. So it's actually pretty hard for the bot to use that G, because it's going to need to burn the blank for an end to hit something with ING. I guess it could bingo ending in AGE, but that's not that easy to do. So I don't think that's a bad option. Yeah, either adding or add seem fine. I mean, add is a little bit more conservative, I guess. Adding is just kind of more aggressive, outrunning, just trying to get to the end of the game faster. Like I said, I mean, either way, I have to imagine I'm not going to be losing at this point. Adding is a little bit more my style, I think. I'm going to go ahead and play that. Alright, not a great draw, but nothing terrible here. I'll probably just play like Maw or something next turn just to kill that G that I just opened. And yeah, I mean, there's really nowhere to bingo after... Like, once the bottom is blocked here, the top left, I mean, it's like this whole area of the board, left of QIS and above JO here. Like, everything I've just cut off with this red triangle here, more or less, is just, like, completely dead. I mean, I don't even know how you open it. You can't play to this Q or this IF very easily. Yeah, it's like, almost unopenable, which is certainly good for me, having this lead. So I don't know what the bot is going to try to muster up here to mount the comeback. It's going to play Gimmel, I guess opening up an L, which I probably should just block. I mean, there's no reason not to block that. I have a bad rack. There's a blank, 3 E's, and an S unseen. The bot is probably closer to bingo. I have a nice play. I have VOD, which I didn't even notice before, actually. But yeah, it's a perfect play for me. It blocks the L, doesn't give anything back, scores 32 points, and disposes of my V and my W. So, not much else to consider. Let's do that. Alright, I redraw a V, but that's fine. I mean, there is nowhere to bingo now. I guess it could bingo through this N in Pointman with like an EN, ED word or something, maybe? But it's gonna be tough. Like, that's the only place I think I could conceivably bingo. Maybe some crazy overlap now through this L, like with something starting with PL overlapping JAL, like plurally or something. Like it could maybe bingo with plurally through this L, or something through this N. But like other than that, I don't know what it's gonna do. Maybe it's gonna bingo with equipoise with a blank Q through this OI. If it does that, that would be insane. Are there any 9s ending in OI? Probably. Not actually sure. There's definitely 8s, like Omfaloi. I'm not actually sure if there's any 9s ending in OI. There may be. I'll check after the game. But, I mean, I don't even know how the bot can possibly give itself a chance here. Like I said, the top left is pretty much unopenable. There's also only 12 tiles left. There's not much time, and it's down 161. I guess I could also bingo to this LO that has like Tamarillo, which isn't even possible. There are not very many 9s ending in LO. Yeah, I don't even know other than Tamarillo. I'm sure there's some others, but it's the only one I can... Oh, Tomatillo, I guess. I'm sure there's a few. And it plays Nor for 5. Kind of a weird play. I mean, taking out the 2 even very marginal bingo lines ahead. Is it cutting spread? I don't know. So, I mean, I guess I can play Umiak. Like, It probably shouldn't, though, right? Like, I mean, I'm not going to lose even if I play, because there's 6 in the bag. It can't bingo twice. If I play this, I go up like 200. If it bingos, I mean, I still win easily. So I could do it. But, like, from a spread standpoint, is that smart? Or do I just want to keep it tight? I'm not really sure. I mean, Umiak is a lot better than my next best option, which is probably this. 23 keeps the UV together. Yeah, I mean, I guess after Nor, the bot is probably pretty likely to bingo after Umiak, I have to imagine. And it's still just so hard for it to reopen. Like, I want to play Umiak, it's kind of tempting, but I really don't think I should if I'm trying to maximize my spread, which I might as well still try to do. Maybe, though, if I want to dispose of the U, maybe I do play Amu over here for 15. Maybe that's a little better, at least. Have anything with Imp? No. Don't believe so. Oh, I should watch my time a little bit. I still have 5 minutes, though. So, alright, yeah, I think it's just either AM or Amu. I'd probably rather dispose of this U if I'm not going to play Umiak. I mean, it feels weird. I'm giving up 17 points to not play Umiak, but like I said, I'm giving him 3 pretty good floaters to play through, and there's a blank S and a bunch of E's unseen. He just played Nor for 5. And, like, right now, I just don't think there's anywhere to bingo, like, period. Unless it comes up with a 9, I'm not thinking of with that pool to the LO or OI. Like, other than that, I don't think it's possible to bingo. So, there's just no reason to open it up. I'm going to do this. Alright, I mean, that's a kind of crappy draw, but at this point, like I said, it doesn't really matter. Now I'm glad I got rid of that U, though. Having 2 U's and a V would have been rough. And yeah, I don't know what it's doing. I mean, it just plays Senor, which still doesn't open anything. I guess it's not even trying to open because it knows it's just not going to win. But all right, let's not belabor this too much because yeah, this is locked up. Just no reason to open. Just like Vega or something. I mean, I don't know. Is there any merit to saving the A here? Probably a little bit, but it's not. Maybe even just Vig then. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not losing whatever I do. Yeah, there's actually not a lot of space to go at this point. Probably just, yeah, either Vig or Vega. I guess I should keep the A, probably, to just overlap with Za next turn. I could also just play AI there, but I'd rather shed the V. Yeah, let's just do this. I mean, I don't even know what the bot is going to do next turn. Quickly running out of space. Yeah, the bot probably isn't even going to try to open. Okay, there it does a little bit. So it plays Aleph. There's probably something it can have. It also takes a C and a K in front. Pooch doesn't fit. There's got to be something it can have, right? With one of these tiles? Maybe? Parades doesn't fit. I don't know. I mean, there's no reason for me to leave that open. If I just play... Why don't I just play Augate, right? I mean... This ought to block every bingo it could have. And, I mean, I'm probably going out with anything I draw, at least in one spot. Right, so let's see. So let's see. If I draw an out every time, I'm just going to play this. So a D, well, that gives me, like, Dare and stuff, Drag. It's probably possible for it to block both, but it's kind of tough. Yeah, I guess it's not that easy to play 3 tiles on this board, come to think of it. Depending on... Oh, I have Drab to this B. Okay, so I'm going out with a D. And E, I must be going out. Yeah. Race and ear here. Okay, H, Arch and Hair. O is Orca, and then, yeah, plenty of stuff on the left. P, Pair, and... Maybe I don't have 2 outs with a P. But, I mean, I think that's okay. And a Y, I have, yeah, Racy and Yer. So, I guess if I draw a P, I mean, it's going to be tough for him to block everything, because I have Prowl, too. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, I'm going to be able to go out next turn, I have to imagine. Alright, I draw a D, and, yeah, it just has to play Hyped. What's my best out? Or do I probably should still go out, right? I mean, it probably can't with OOE. Like, is it worth slow playing this? I wonder if it is. Probably not. I think it can still get enough. So is yard for 10 my best out? No, drab is 11. So 11 plus 6 is 17 net. If I just go out. Yeah, I don't think I'm netting more by slow playing with add, because I'm not getting that much. It's not like I'm getting that much for my R or my D if I were to play add, and the bot will score something and dispose of tiles. So yeah, I think I should just go out. Let's do it. 11 points, and alright, nice win for us. 468, 315. It seems like this was a pretty rough game for the bot in terms of drawing, but I'm not going to feel too bad about it, given some of the games that I've had with similarly bad drawing. But yeah, let's, I don't think I'll spend too much time on the analysis, because it seemed like a pretty routine game, but let's take a look. Yeah, Xenio has to be right over QI, I think. Bot plays Faye. Yeah, QIS is clear. Throw, yeah. Again, I could play Cultist here, but definitely not keen on stopping one short of the double. And, okay, so E-Nation, but didn't play... Interesting. I guess, why not Ion? Maybe he didn't want to give back overlaps? I kind of like that, though, to set up the N-hook. I don't know, this just seems bad. I mean, keeping this leave all one-pointers on a board where it's so S-dependent? Bot is being very patient here. It's interesting. I probably would have played Ion and started feeling a little bit more in need of aggression. Or even just on. How about on? Because that doesn't give back as much for points. Yeah, I don't know. I would have been a little bit more proactive. And yeah, here, this turn, I mean, like, what else am I supposed to do? This is worse, because there's 10 E's left, and he's more likely to hit, like, a 100-point bingo there than a triple through the R. That's definitely worse. I saw this, but, like, 7 points, it still takes an E, gives back a lot of bingos. I guess maybe cup? I don't know, it's so bad. Yeah, none of these, I saw that. No, I can't do that. Yeah, all of these options are horrible, other than labor. Like, absolutely dreadful. I mean, should I really play cup for 7 here? Should I trade? Like, I don't know. I think my play is fine. It's just so much better than my other options. And luckily for me, in-stroke does not fit. One tile away from fitting. So I did get a little lucky. And yeah, I was definitely correct to block here. I saw Cuz, but after one tile fish, I was like, alright, I know I have a blank, but like the bot is probably very close to bingoing, or possibly tripling, as it certainly was. So I think blocking at that point was prudent. And the bot doesn't want to play Boniest because... why? I guess it feels that this keeps it more open, and maybe it wants to try to hit the Froze Hook next, because it's still going to be down a bingo. Probably. Alright, Hertz is pretty clear. Plays... oh wait, so it had the blank. I guess, yeah, there's just no good way to get rid of the J. So Ren seems fine setting up the S hook. Okay, good. Point men looked best here. Yeah, there were no 9s or really anything that I didn't see. And yeah, the bot doesn't have a bingo here. I guess I blocked Rejoices. So yeah, J-O. And wow, the bot just never bingoed. That shows you how bad this board was. Yeah, there's nothing through that G. Wow, kept RS blank here and still just couldn't bingo. Yeah, I mean, probably had some stuff. Yeah, I'd like Corollas through that L, which I blocked. Yeah, what is it doing with Nor? Oh yeah, I was gonna check. Are there any 9s to an OI? I wasn't sure about that. I want to say no, but I'm checking now. Oh yeah, there is Water Zooey, of course. It's funny. I was only thinking of like plural, like the Greek plurals of words ending in os, like omphalos, omphalo. I totally forgot about Water Zooey. Yeah, that's awesome. That is the only 9 WATERZOOI that ends in OI. It's a very famous word, and Will Anderson, my good friend and fellow content creator, made an amazing video on a turn where somebody fished for and hit Water Zooey in the game. So be sure to check that video out if you haven't already. But yeah, Water Zooey, pretty awesome 9-letter word that ends in OI. Not possible given this pool, but yeah, pretty wild. And then what else was there that ends in LO? Because I was wondering about that also. Oh, there's several. Yeah, Armadillo, of course. And then there's a few others as well. In addition to Tamarillo and Tomatillo, which I saw, there's Capicolo, Cigarillo, Coyotillo, Picadillo, and Pre-Pueblo. So several 9-letter words that maybe could have potentially been hit ending in LO, but I wasn't too worried about that. And yeah, here once again, obviously Umiak is the equity play, but I have to imagine that bot would have bingoed if I had played that. Probably, right? Yeah, auto-wise through that U at the minimum. So I did stop the bot from bingoing, and I guess I could do that, but I kind of wanted to get rid of the V while I could, and I liked saving the A for the ZA hook. Yeah, All-Guide looks fine here. Yeah, all right. Pretty clean game for me. Not really any mistakes to speak of. A couple of strategical decisions here and there that were maybe questionable, but overall, I mean, it was a good game. Didn't make any obvious mistakes, and yeah, drew well and played well, I think. I mean, not much else to really say, but very happy with this one. Glad to get another win after an absolutely horrendous loss in our last game where I scored, I think it was like 266 points, or one of my lowest games I've had in a while. Let's put it that way. It was bad. So glad to be back in the winner's circle here. We're now 7-12, which still in a bit of a hole, but that doesn't sound too bad. It sounds a lot better than 2-10 or whatever I was earlier. So trend is good, guys. Let's keep it going, and let's see if we can get a win in game number 20, which will be coming your way soon. So look forward to seeing you all there. Thanks for the support as always, and thanks as always for watching. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.